did the unboxing because my address is posted all over this thing. So I just went ahead and opened it on the floor of my house before we get into anything. It was packaged really, really nicely, actually. Really tight. But it doesn't come with any directions. It just comes with my slip. So it's pretty self-explanatory. This is just kind of like an unboxing. And if you stay tuned at the end of the video, I'll tell you why I went with this bumper. But I went ahead and looked at the picture and seen how it was. It's pretty self-explanatory. And I just went ahead and marked top, driver, and passenger like I'd be looking at it on the Jeep. And I went ahead and marked a P here and a D over here. And it comes with the mounts, the receiver piece. Now this might look a little big to you, but after you get it bent, it'll fit in there nice and snug. Now I did read online that the pin hole is actually too small, which I just tested it and it is. So I'll have to drill that out while it's off. This goes behind the bumper. Here's your frame tie-in pieces. Now I think these are bumper reinforcements. I'm not sure. We'll have to see when I get to the welding part of it. And I think these might be D-ring tabs because I didn't order with D-ring slots, but I think they went ahead and sent them anyway. But we'll see what these are when we get into bending it and shaping it. Basically, all you will need for this is a welder, a vise with a sturdy table, one of these, and degrees. This would work. I had this laying around. It is magnetic, so it's not on this side. It'll tell you the degrees you need to bend it and stuff, which JCR Off-Road and some other places actually... I've did a couple of these bumpers already before for a couple people. But JCR Off-Road and a couple other companies, I think Dirtbound does it sometimes too, unless they did away with it. I mostly did JCR Off-Road bumpers, but they usually have the degrees stamped into the metal, which this don't. So you just kind of have to eyeball it and figure it out yourself. It's pretty self-explanatory. Just going to run through this diagram real quick. Basically, this is your top. You want to bend it 90 degrees, and this will already be bent pretty much to what it needs to be. You want to bend this probably 45 degrees or somewhere in there. You can eyeball it to be sure. We'll get the exact measurements and stuff when I go to do it. And it'll probably be the same thing with these. So basically, it's pretty self-explanatory when it comes to a bumper like this. I don't think you really need directions. If you have fabrication skills, then you'll have to put this in there, then weld it up real nice. And like I said, if you stay tuned at the end of the video, I'll tell you why I went with this bumper. And you have to weld your brackets on, you got to put your frame tie-ins on, your Jeep, weld that in the back. I'm pretty sure these are frame or bumper supports. I think these are D-rings. I might even put them on. I don't even know yet. When I went to go bend the first part of this piece, the top piece, it broke, so I had to tack weld it with. I tried to hold it and tack weld it at the same time, but it's kind of crappy because I tried to hold it and tack weld it. But anyway, this piece you just bend 90 degrees, and then you bend this 45. The bottom, this will bend 90 degrees, and you bend this piece 45. So you get something that looks like this. I'll have to grind this down and kind of sandwich this together a little bit better because, like I said, I was holding it with one hand. But we can get that no problem. But this is what you're kind of left with. And you want to do your side pieces the same way. The reason why I know it's 45 degrees because you can drop this in here about like that. And it fits perfect. You'll know. If you have any fabrication skills at all, you'll know that's about how it goes. Then you want to bend the side pieces like this. This is the passenger side. Really, you can do this bumper when it comes to right here. Right here, you can bend it the way you want. How many degrees you would actually want it. That's all up to you. You just want to stick it on top like this. and weld it together. So basically, after you get it all tacked up, this is what you should have. All that tacked up for right now. Go ahead and put your mounts on. Yeah, I'm not leaving my bolts like that, but I'm just going to go ahead and put them on there temporary so I can get it tack welded on there onto the bumper itself. When you put these on, you want to make sure you get them as far out that way as possible. That way, when you weld it, you can scoot it back to adjust it. After you got your bumper setting on your brackets, you want to go ahead and tack weld them up a little bit. I put a tack here on the other side on the bottom. Put a little tack there. Put a little tack there. Some welds up in there just to tack it to hold it so I can get it off. And that way, I can weld it the rest of the way. So basically, it's pretty self-explanatory. You just weld your little heart out. I'm going to grind these down and make sure they're kind of smooth and put the D-ring pieces on, bracketry behind them. I welded both sides, so pretty self-explanatory. It ain't that hard. So get it cleaned up, get it painted, we'll be on our way. This is what you're left with. I went ahead and rhino lined it. It ain't got to be perfect, but it looks pretty good. Kind of basic, but still looks good. So the main reason why I went with this bumper, and you're probably asking why, I don't know if I mentioned this once before, but I priced the material, the flat steel and stuff, to make my own bumper, and it was going to cost me anywhere from $360 some. That's just from the steel, the frame tie-ins. You got to buy them separate because I wasn't about to make those, and and you got to make your own bumper supports and everything. So he's looking about $300 some. So I went on dirt bound off road and got this bumper for like, you know, $200 some odd. I think it was like $220, and that comes with everything as you've seen. Now you're probably like, well, what about a winch bumper? Well, I like this bumper because it's smooth and there's no gaps. There's a little bit of gaps on the side, but it makes it look smooth. It's clean. I'm going to get a 2-inch receiver piece and have a winch plate on that so I can remove it when I need to, because I don't want to, you know, have a winch living where I'm at. You never know. I might be at work one day and somebody might unbolt it and take it. So this way I can take the winch out and put it in my Jeep or put it in my building to keep it safe. And another thing I'm going to make is get another winch plate on a 2-inch receiver and put a vise on it so I can change U-joints in the trail. I'll carry it with me. So there's multiple reasons why I went with this receiver piece bumper and stuff like that instead of over a winch bumper. There's different ways you can use this bumper. I can get a winch plate for, like I said, the receiver to slide in there and winch myself out, and I can even put it on the back if I need to. So I think it benefits me more this way than anything else. So that's the reason why I went with this bumper, and plus it was cheap and it was on a budget. And I don't know, I like it. So I hope you enjoyed that video. It wasn't really a how-to video. It's pretty much self-explanatory. Plus I only had the building for so long, only a couple hours, so I really didn't have a chance to really film, go into detail, bending and stuff like that. But I do apologize for that. But it's pretty self-explanatory. You've been, you know, 90 degrees and 45, and then you weld it together. That kit's pretty self-explanatory. I'll leave it in the link below. After shipping and everything, it's like $220, and it comes with everything: frame tie-ins, D-rings, bumper supports, and even comes with the piece to bolt the bumper to the tie-ins and the Jeep itself, and it comes with all the hardware. So I didn't think that was that bad. Like I said, it really wasn't a how-to video, but you get the idea. I'm trying to get this Jeep project going, and trying to get it, you know, everything out of the way. Make sure you keep an eye out for the next video. I got some cheap tires to review for you guys. You guys are always complaining you want some cheaper tires. Keep a lookout in that video. There will be reviewing these tires and see how good they are. I won't mention the name or where they come from until you see the video. But make sure you go check out all my social media links. They will be in the description below. Make sure you go check out Jeep of the Week. It's on Facebook. Your Jeep could be featured in Jeep of the Week. Make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. If you want to see more Jeep content, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'm Cherokee Ronnie, and stay dirty, my friends.